Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Sunny Seekers. We are here in Granbury, Texas on this beautiful fall evening. We're here at the Brian Clowdus Sleepy Hollow Experience. It's basically this interactive show that happens, and this particular one is about Sleepy Hollow.
So exciting.
And the Headless Horseman. So apparently, Kelsey, we just might be seeing the Headless Horseman tonight. So it's pretty cool. The Brian Clowdus Experiences are these interactive shows that happen, and there are multiple different ones. They have Christmas ones, they have these Halloween ones. They have all kinds of different experiences all around the country, and we're just fortunate enough that this one is only an hour drive from us. So let's go ahead and let's get started and check out the nice creepy setting they've got going here.
Very creepy.
So basically, you come here to Granbury. Tickets, by the way, are around $35 to $40 if I remember correctly. I'll put it up on the screen too. But yeah, we're here and we have arrived at this moderately creepy house. It's really not too creepy, but it's the lighting and it's the music and everything that kind of make it
Really amps it up.
Yeah, really interesting. But I think the show's actually about to start, Kels, so we should head over there. Are you afraid?
Oh man, I think I am. What's gonna happen?
Journey back in time 250 years as we enter Tarrytown, better known as Sleepy Hollow, a drowsy, dreamy little spot during its early days of settlement.
Legend has it the place was bewitched by a high German doctor during the early days of settlement.
Others say that an old Indian chief, the prophet or wizard of his tribe, held his powwows there, stirring dark spirits long before the country was discovered.
And of course, the primary spirit that haunts this enchanted region, the galloping Hessian, roams nightly on his unending quest for his head.
I have something for you. Indent the eastern shore of the Hudson, and that broad expansion of the river denominated by the ancient Dutch navigators as the Tappan Zee. There lies a small market town among the high hills known as Tarrytown. Not far from this village, perhaps about 2 miles, there lies a small valley among the hills, which is one of the quietest places in the world. A small brook glides through it with just murmur enough to lull one to repose. The occasional whistle of a quail or tapping of a woodpecker is almost the only sound that ever breaks upon the uniform tranquility. From its listless repose and the character of its inhabitants, this sequestered glen has long been known by the name of Sleepy Hollow. Such a peaceful little swamp. to be the commander-in-chief of all the powers of the air. It is said to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper whose head was carried away by a cannonball during the Revolutionary War, and who is ever seen by the country folk hurrying along in the gloom of the night. The ghost rides into battle on nightly quest of his missing head. The spectre is known at all the country firesides by the name of
The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
And to this by-place of nature, there came a worthy wight by the name of Ichabod Crane.
He was small, but exceedingly lank.
With narrow shoulders,
Long arms and legs.
hands that dangled a mile out of his sleeve,
Feet that might have served as shovels.
and his whole frame most loosely hung together. He had a small head with a long slight nose, like a weather vane, perched upon his spindle neck to tell which way the wind blew.
To see him striding along a hill on a windy day, one might have mistaken him for a scarecrow although from a cornfield. He would have passed a pleasant life of it, in spite of the devil and all his works, if his path had not been crossed by a creature that causes more perplexity to mortal men than ghosts, goblins, and the whole race of witches put together. And that was a woman.
Her name was Katrina Van Tassel, the daughter and only child of a substantial Dutch farmer.
She was a blooming lass of fresh 18.
16.
Right.
Excuse me? Hello? Oh, pardon me, miss. Would you tell me where I am? Have I passed Tarrytown?
Tarrytown. You must not be from around these parts. This is Tarrytown.
Oh, of course. Tarrytown.
The housewives call it Tarrytown because their husbands tend to linger about the village tavern. There.
Well, if all the women are as enchanting as you are, I see why they tarry on for so long.
I told you not to run off.
Rob, that isn't funny at all.
Welcome, Katrina. You look so much older when you frown. Who's the scarecrow?
Ichabod Crane. Like the bird. And you are?
Abraham von Brutt, but everyone calls me Rome Bones.
Rome was the hero of the country round, which rang with his feats of strength and hardihood. From that and his Herculean frame, he received the nickname Brom Bones.
He was always ready for either a fight
For a frolic. But he had more mischief than ill will in his composition. He was famed for his knowledge and skill in horsemanship, and was foremost at all races.
and cockfights.
And fisticuffs.
He's the new schoolmaster.
Oh, really? Come along, Katrina. We best be getting home before it gets dark. You don't want to be out and about when the galloping Hessian comes riding through.
Galloping Hessian?
The Headless Horseman. Don't tell me you haven't heard the stories.
No, I've heard tell. I just didn't know he said to roam in these parts.
Oh, yes. He's here. You best get someplace safe before the sun sets. Or else what? Or else you might lose your head. What's the matter, Ichabod? Don't you like ghost stories?
Not particularly.
Well, then you've come to the wrong town.
And thus did Ichabod Crane come to Sleepy Hollow. Every sound of nature, fueled by hours of dark and mysterious tales, fluttered his excited imagination.
The moan of the whippoorwill from the hillside.
The dreary hooting of the screech owl.
The sudden rustling in the thicket of birds freeing from their roosts.
The fireflies, too,
Really?
which sparkled most vividly in the darkest places, now and then startled him as one of uncommon brightness would stream across his path.
And if by chance some blockhead of a beetle came winging his blundering flight against him, the poor varlet was ready to give up the ghost with the idea that he'd been struck by a witch's token.
His only resource on such occasions was to sing song tunes, at which the good people of Sleepy Hollow, as they sat by their doors of an evening, were filled with awe at hearing his nasal melody long drawn out and floating along the dusky road.
The school bell! Time for us to travel to Ichabod's schoolhouse. Follow me. Enoch, you bring up the back. Let me go this way.
Yes.
Excuse me, follow me! Follow me! Are you dead? Follow me!
She asked if we were dense.
How often was he appalled by some truck covered with snow which, she expected, settled many paths?
And dread to look over his shoulder, lest he should behold some uncouth being trampling close behind him.
Maybe there might be a Headless Horseman over there.
And how often was he thrown into the complete dismay by some rushing blast, howling among the trees, in the idea that it was the galloping Hessian on one of his nightly scourings.
So, we are making our way to the schoolhouse.
It's so crazy. I love how they're doing this. It's so cool.
Moving slowly. Frightened? What a large machine. Goodness, and it's fluffy on top. So interesting.
This is the way we clap our hands all on a frosty morning. This is the way we clap our hands, clap our hands, clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands all on a frosty morning. Nobody bush, here we go round.
What do you think about that, Clint?
I forgot how to clap my hands.
Singing master of the neighborhood, and picked up many a bright shilling instructing the young folks in psalmody. The choir had never sounded so harmonious and bright. Your choir, up above, up above.
Please, step forward, please.
Don't be so
Basses, step
dramatic.
forward, don't be shy.
You have
That's
to
right,
sing.
I see you, my dearie, in my star soprano. Don't want you hiding in
Goodness, a little joy wouldn't kill you.
Everyone, all together, let's get a note, please, for us, Eliza.
One of those, a pie and note.
And one of those, yes, right in the middle. That one's good.
You do as well. Sing.
I am?
He is?
I am. I'd be happy to.
I had no idea. You, tambourine.
Yes, I played the tambourine as a young man all night back in Connecticut.
Connecticut? Right. Come along, cat. You had better things to do than sit in an old dusty schoolroom, wouldn't you?
Until our next lesson, Ichabod.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Katrina.
Katerina!
I am not your property, Brom.
Katrina married Antoinette Frances Elizabeth Gertrude Van Tassel and Cleaver!
My young love said to me, Mother won't mind. My father wants like you, for you're like a kite. Then she stepped away from me, and then she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She stepped away from me, and she moved the fair. And fondly I watched her move here, move there. And she went her way homeward with one star away, as the swans in the evening looked over the The people were saying no two where were wet, but one has a sorrow that never was
a tavern in the town. And there my true love sits him down and drinks his wine as merry as can be, and never, never thinks of me.
He left before each Friday night, and now I know he wants to treat me. Takes that my castle and sea.
Oh, dear, my England wide and deep, lay tombstones at my head and feet, and though my chest is covered and love to signify I died for love, and now I see the she never knocks upon my door.
Although with me, he penned a little note.
I'll read to you the words she wrote.
Then the time has come for you and I to say goodbye.
It's come for you and I just say goodbye. Adieu, my friends, adieu. I can no longer stay with you. I'm so sorry. I'll hang my heart on the weeping chestnut tree anywhere. Now that school is over. Well, you see, I was eavesdropping earlier. And I heard Miss Katrina saying something about she was having a party this evening.
I did hear that.
And well, I was wondering, would you do me the honor of being my acquaintance to such an occasion?
This is so unexpected, yes.
Oh.
Sorry, love you. Let me guess, after all, will you all accompany us to the party, will you please? Will you please?
Yes, do it.
Thank you, you're coming along. Up, let's go!
We're gonna go to a party.
We're making our way over to the party now.
Oh, yes, you watch your step around the cemetery. There's a few open graves if you'd like to join them, but that's entirely up to you.
Wow, look at that. So creepy at night. Hey, Kels.
Huh?
Who knew they could make Granbury so creepy, huh?
I know.
Granbury's like the sweetest place.
It's like the cutest little quaint, sweetest little place. Like, so creepy.
Your wife may steal your rest. Wherever I'm going in all the day long, and over abroad or alone in my song, I find that my passion so lively and strong, and the game when I'm silent still runs my song. Sit down and roll me over, sit down and roll me over, sit down and roll me over, sit down and roll me over.
That was quite nice, you know.
Thank you, Ichabod.
Quite nice. Oh, Katrina.
Yes.
I want to sing you a song. Yes, I wrote a song for you, and I think this is the perfect moment. Enough! Just stand right there. Right. Enraptured I gaze.
Oh my God.
Katrina is by, and drink the sweet poison of love from
You know, I'd like to give him some poison.
I feel the
I would if I were you.
My senses enchanted are filled with delight when love and sweet music their raptures unite. Beyond all expression, Katrina, my love, my heart is so fixed that it never can rove.
That doesn't even rhyme!
When seeing her I think 'tis an angel I see.
Oh, I've had enough of this man. Boo this man! Boo! Boo!
Everybody, please stand up and dance
It's a
with
slow
us.
one.
This is a frolic and we like to party hard. Stand up and dance with us.
Sit down.
I would love to.
Sit down. Sit down. Come on.
And in the merry month of May, when dreambirds they were, when he was dead and laid in grave, her heart was filled with sorrow. Oh, mother, mother, make my bed, for I shall die tomorrow. Farewell, she said, ye maidens all, and shun the fault I've fallen, henceforth take warning by the fall of cruel Barbara Allen.
Miss Katrina, would you favor us with a reel?
Oh, now.
Yes!
Violent. Well, I'm so learning, so be gentle.
Oh, we'll do an easy one.
Oh, she liked it harder.
Come on! Help her out!
Help, help, help. Find this melody. Here we are, the rhythm is right there. Yeah, right there. Right there.
It's getting worse.
Maybe it's like a warm-up or something.
Shaking it the right way. I could do it.
No! I don't know how you do things in Connecticut, but here, when we have a festival, we tell ghost stories! Oh, yeah! Ghost stories? Oh, come on, Ichabod. Don't tell me you're afraid of these fairy tales.
I've got one. The woman in white. They say that when a winter storm comes brewing, you can hear the wail of a poor woman long dead, coming from Raven Rock. When the moonlight is bright and the night is clear, a pale, worn woman in a long white gown waits on the rock, calling for her beloved. She was engaged to a soldier, and on their wedding day, he never came. The woman in white refused to go back into the church, sending vigils for her love for the frozen winter night. But when they found her the next morning, her skin was pale and blue, but her dead lips were still red, waiting for a lover's kiss that never came. Some people claim that during winter storms, you can still hear her calling, "My beloved, have you come to me?" Tis the last rose of summer, red blooming alone. All her motley companions are faded and torn. No friend from her kindred, no one is nigh to reflect their child alone.
An excellent variation on the trope of the weeping woman. Well done, Katrina. That was absolutely breathtaking. Just stunning vocals. Just so beautiful. Katrina? Katrina, I was just saying. Katrina?
But what of her lantern?
Her lantern?
Yes. The swinging light of her lantern floats as she paces and waits for her beloved to return. And if you come closer to see what's shining in the light, it vanishes without a trace, leaving nothing but faint footprints in the snow where no one has trod.
Come on, Ichabod. Don't tell me you're frightened by all of this nonsense.
I wouldn't say frightened. No.
Then why your handshake? Now, on to my favorite.
Our favorite?
Major John Andre.
How do you see the fatal hour? Farewell, my soul's delight. But how shall precious days live this vanish from my sight? To my heart, no rival joy supply the loss of thee. But who can tell if thou, my dear, will ever never leave? How do you see the fatal hour? Farewell, my soul's delight. But how shall precious days live this vanish from my sight? To my heart, no rival joy supplies the loss of thee. But who can tell it now, my dear, will ever
Now, it's time for my story.
You mean our story?
The dominant spirit that haunts this enchanted region is the apparition of a figure of a man on horseback without a head. He was a massive man in size that stood 7 feet tall with shoulders as broad as a bow. It is said that he is the ghost of an old German mercenary whose head was carried off in a nameless battle during the Revolutionary War by a cannonball, and who has been seen ever and on by the country folk, whispering along in the gloom of night as if on the wings of the wind. But he is not confined to just this valley alone, but to the adjacent roads and to the vicinity of a church at no great distance. And in the dead of night, the Hessian bolts forth to the nightly scene of battle in nightly quest of his missing head. If he cannot find his own, he takes the first head of the first unfortunate soul to cross his path. Then, like a streak of light, the Hessian races against the night, wounding through the hollow to make it to the churchyard before daybreak. But many a man have been found, shorn at the neck, with a pumpkin in his head should be. The dreadful calling card of the Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow.
Little son, pray come and tell me. It is the blood of that skinny greyhound that traces the box for me. That traces the box for me. Too red, for that.
through the high hills of Tallytown, the dusky waters of the Tappan Sea stretched far below.
Follow Ichabod into the bridge.
You go first.
Oh, you go.
You go first.
The storm. Follow Ichabod into the bridge.
He was, moreover, approaching the very place where many of the scenes of the ghost stories have been laid. All the tales of ghosts and goblins from the evening filled his mind with terror.
He came to a stand just by the bridge, just at this moment, in the dark shadow of the grove, on the margin of the brook.
Ichabod beheld something huge, misshapen, and towering. It stirred not, but seemed gathered up in the gloom, like some gigantic monster, ready to spring upon the traveller.
Who are you?
He received no reply.
I said, who are you?
Still no answer.
Come on, Ichabod, it's only a shadow.
Just then, the shadowy object of alarm put itself in motion and, with a scramble and a bound, stood at once in the middle of the road.
He appeared to be a horseman of large dimensions, and mounted on a menacing horse of powerful frame.
If we are to be companions on this road, at least tell me a name.
There was something in the moody and dogged silence of this tenacious companion that was mysterious and thoroughly appalling. It was soon fearfully accounted for.
Ichabod saw the figure of his fellow traveller in relief against the sky. He was
gigantic in height,
muffled in a cloak.
And most horrible of all, the rider was...
If I can but reach that bridge, I'm safe.
Ichabod Crane! I have something for you.
The next morning, Ichabod did not make his appearance at breakfast.
Dinner hour came, but no Ichabod.
The boys assembled at the schoolhouse and strolled idly about the banks of the brook, but no schoolmaster.
An inquiry was set on foot. On the bank of a broad part of the brook, where the water ran deep and black, was found the hat of the unfortunate Ichabod, and close beside it, a shattered pumpkin. The brook was searched, but the body of the schoolmaster was not to be discovered.
Brom Bones, who shortly after his rival's disappearance conducted Katrina in triumph to the altar, was observed to look exceedingly knowing whenever the story of Ichabod was related, and always burst into a hearty laugh at the mention of the pumpkin, which led some to suspect that he knew more about the matter than he chose to tell.
An old farmer, several years after, rumored that the schoolmaster had run off, been admitted to the bar, turned politician, and been made justice of the 10-pound court.
The old country wives, however, who are the best judges of these matters, maintain to this day that Ichabod was spirited away by something more than a foolish prank. Something otherworldly.
The bridge became, more than ever, an object of superstitious awe.
The schoolhouse, being deserted, soon fell to decay and was reported to be haunted by the ghost of the unfortunate schoolmaster loitering home.
And on a still summer evening, it is often fancied that you can hear Ichabod's voice at a distance, singing a melancholy tune.
Among the tranquil solitudes of
Sleepy Hollow.
guys, that was the Sleepy Hollow experience in Granbury, Texas. What an awesome time that was.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I haven't done a lot of interactive theater.
Like that.
It was the right amount of creepy. It was the right amount of humor and fun, and also just good music. The performers did a great job.
I mean, they were on character, they were on point, they were, there was no moment where they went out of character. Like, the entire experience, they were fully sold out to their character in the moment. And I love the fact that they would come up to you like during like transition moments, and they would like interact with you and banter back and forth. Like, that was, it just really added.
And the music and the singing was very good too.
Yes, very
talented. Enjoyable. I love the Sleepy Hollow story and the entire ghost story of that, just in general. So to get to have that in person, and then have the Headless Horseman at the end with the pretty horse, and with his giant sword and everything. It was it's just a good thing to do around the fall time.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a great way to kick off like the spooky season.
It doesn't play the same place every year. So keep on the lookout for it in your own city and state. Yeah, and they have other experiences as well. And if you want to see more of our videos and you're not subscribed, you should definitely subscribe to Sunny Seekers and check out more of our vlogs and more of the adventures that we're bringing to you. But until next time, keep seeking the sunny side.